note about picking: you can pick with your thumb, which is kind of the easiest to learn, what I've showed you so far. If you have a thumbnail, you can pick with your thumbnail. It's louder and brighter. I've got a beefy thumbnail. You can hold your pointer like a pick, which I have a nail on. Again, it's louder and brighter. Or you hold a guitar pick, which is the loudest and brightest. What I just did downstrokes, down, 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 down. Of course, once you get going, you're gonna go down, up, down, up, down, up. Again, with the strumming thing, you don't waste motion. You don't go down, down, you go down, up, down, up. If you're gonna go cover some ground, you don't go down, up, down, up. You go down, up, 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 and have economy of motion. Don't move more than you need to. That's that same thing. So that's a note about strumming. That's a note about picking. Another note, which is a hybrid of strumming and picking, is doing the chord and picking the chord. So we're not going to worry about the pentatonic scale at the moment. We're going to worry about the E minor chord, and we're going to pick it. Any pattern you play is going to sound good because you're playing the notes of the chord. Without thinking, I'm just going to go. I'm not thinking about this string, that string, this string, that string. You play any string, it's going to work, because on a piano, you're holding a chord, you're just going da 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 da. You're playing any of those notes, they're all going to work. Generally, you go like low, high, low, high, low, high, something like that, but that's not necessarily your only option. But for the sake of what we're doing, you can go thumb, pointer, in any sort of form if you're holding the chord. That's not being disciplined, that's not trying anything. Anything you do will sound just as right. You can listen to, so we've talked about picking that scale, we've talked about strumming that chord, we've talked about finger picking that chord. That's all in E minor. The goal for what I want to show you is I'll show you 2 or 3 chords, and we're going to get from going, we're going to get from that, and then we're going to go to a song, you know, let's say, I'm going down to the river, da 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 da, da 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 da. You're only a couple lessons away from getting to that point. And all of that stuff I did is derived from this. So we're going to understand it in its basis elements, which is 1 scale, 1 chord, and strumming patterns and finger picking styles. And then you blend them all together. And that basically becomes your style, more or less, for how you like to play. So in closing, record yourself strumming that chord, pick over it, get used to just playing the scale up and down in sequence. And after that, we work on phrasing, because if you're strumming, if you go to a show and one guy's strumming and another guy's going, I'm picking it in time, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but melodically that's boring, and phrasing that's boring. If somebody were singing and they were to sing da 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 da, it'd be very boring. So you take breaths, you stop, you go da 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 da. You mix up little bursts and flurries. You stop and take a breath. That's going to be a goal for whatever you learn to pick. So if I strum and I've got the music going, my pre-recorded stuff, all of that is just dancing around that shape, 3-0-3-0, that pentatonic scale. And again, the goal is to break up whatever you're doing. There are sequences that you can practice, which we've tried to go over before, which is something like, I kind of messed that up. I'll send you another video, or maybe even write that up so you can work on that. But again, the goal is just to break everything up, so it never da da da. On a piano, it would never be da 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 da. It'd be da 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 da, and make it interesting. Some stuff you should listen to at the close of this. First off, that E minor chord, if you strum it up close to the bridge, it's one of the best sounds in the guitar. It sounds like this. If you bend the neck, that's a great guitar sound. Just go upwards closer to here. It sounds very bright. The intro, if you have Spotify, Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. The intro is just an open E minor chord. You know that chord. You can also listen to Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. It's the same chord, that same scale. And it has a guitar solo go. It's all familiar. That's all based off of this shape. Anyway, more to come next time. Have fun. Call me with questions.